I've got my binoculars to keep on the lookout for anyone coughing within 100 metres of me. Mr. Gilbert! Mr. Gilbert! I've decided to resurrect my second channel because I feel these days there's more I want to share with you than mass virtual genocide. Fortunately, just before everything went to this year, Shannon and I got away on a week's holiday to Iceland, during which, unfortunately, everything went to We were mainly going to search for northern lights. Also, we had planned to sleep in a bubble under the stars, which looked amazing, visit some cool places, and hopefully see some eagles as well. On our first day, we went on a guided tour of some cool spots in Iceland, which concluded with a stay in the bubble. We're stood right next to a geyser, or a geyser. Oh, a geyser. Come see a geyser, lads. I have to act really hard for the camera.
With your hot chocolate.
This is Guinness. Lovely.
3, 2, 1.
Wait. Oh, you're quite close. Wow. So here we are at the Golfoss waterfall.
I mean, who doesn't want to see the
Golden Falls?
Ah.
I do feel like we've been clickbaited a little bit.
I feel like I've been catfished just a little. In the summer,
I think in the summer it looks sick. Yeah.
With the blue sky behind.
The water's quite cool, how green it is. But like,
yeah,
I could just take a in the Lake District and that would give exactly the same effect.
I think we're probably done here.
By the way, Shannon's business has slowed down during the lockdown, and so as a cliched last resort, she started a YouTube channel. The people have already reached their verdict. She made a video teaching our cat to play the guitar the other day, and it's probably better than anything I've made in 6 years, so feel free to give it a watch. She's got a gun to my head.
This paw. This paw. Ah, no biting.
Wow, that's so cool. Oh, that's alright, no worries. Cool, have a nice time. This is so cool.
We didn't really get any good footage of it, unfortunately, because, you know, cameras don't work that well in the dark. It's a plastic bubble, kind of like, it looks like glass, but it's like Zorb ball material, and it's really warm in there, and just being able to sleep under the stars. We didn't see Northern Lights, but being able to sleep under the stars was so cool.
Do not fire this at the top of the bubble and pop
Imagine.
Did you actually?
What are you expecting to happen?
The next morning we headed back to the capital, Reykjavik, and hired a car because we were going to drive around for the rest of our holiday. Today we were heading to the Blue Lagoon.
So we're off on the road, just picked up our hire car. So far, no crashes, which is quite nice. Our tour guide told us that they've only had one fatality in Iceland, this year, which is below the average. So hopefully with us, the average will start pushing up. We're off to the Blue Lagoon today. What could also be quite awesome is the volcano exploding whilst we're having our massages. The area has risen by a few inches over the last week because of all the geothermal activity. They had a 5.2 earthquake. We got to bang and vlog the holiday one way or another. Might live stream it just in case we lose the footage.
We did.
I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to bird watching. There's these two birds of prey that I really want to see whilst we're here. One is the falcon, and it's like the biggest falcon in the world. It's white, and it's Iceland's national bird. The other is the white-tailed sea eagle. We're going on a boat tour in a few days, and fingers crossed, we'll see a few of them because they're massive and they're really cool.
I'm on the train headed back to Indiana. The rain is forming into rivers outside, writing down all the things that I miss, and in the letters you take form.
Oh wow, this looks amazing. Sorry, this looks amazing.
I don't want to make this too much of a hashtag ad for Iceland, but we reckon the Blue Lagoon was the nicest place we've stayed in our entire lives. Like, the landscape was just amazing. Inside the hotel as well as outside, because it was really cool for going on runs as well.
Serious Mordor at Christmas vibes from Iceland.
Then after that, we were back on the road again the next day, driving north towards the West Fjords and away from civilization.
It's just like nothing I've ever seen.
Nothing in the world even looks close to this.
You or the bird?
No, the bird. That's an eagle. I'm sure that's a white-tailed eagle.
Can't find it.
That is
there
huge.
It is, there it is. Is that it? No, that's a crack on the windscreen. There it is. Is that... Camera's not picking it up.
It's not quite the conclusive HD footage I was looking for. That could just as easily be a massive pigeon. But I'm telling you, with the aid of binoculars, you're just gonna have to trust me that those 4 pixels are a white-tailed eagle.
As we ventured further north, this was where things started to go wrong.
So the roads have taken a bit of a turn for the worse. It's not easy at the moment.
Where is the road?
Do you want a little secret? Challenge myself.
I don't think it's a secret. I think it's written all over my face. The bead of sweat dripping down my face is giving it away.
So this is fun. The snow and hail has just descended. Good God.
We are literally up a mountain as well. I feel like we should mention that.
Oh yeah, we did just go up a mountain.
Fuck. Wow, that's so blue.
There's loads have been in touch with us.
Yeah, so I think it's really important to recognise what am I in control of.
Wait, because there's no ball there now. Wait. All right, chaps. Here's the situation. We've had a slight detour. Oh no! Yeah, you hit the ball. We've had a slight detour.
Just specify crashing in Iceland, not a laughing matter.
Nope, not cool.
But
An hour of awkward phone conversations later, and an Icelandic road recovery truck towed us out onto the road, and we were back on our horrific journey. Oh, Shannon actually made me swap sides with her when the truck guy turned up because she didn't want the situation to look too stereotypical, because obviously it was the woman that crashed.
I think I'd have rather stayed in that ditch. Google Maps says 10 minutes. We'll probably get there by
morning.
October. Oh, this is not fun.
Mr. Gilbert! Mr. Gilbert!
Us returning the car back to the...
Hey Les! Hey Les! We thought it was safe. Come on, Shan.
Good one, Iceland.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I didn't actually film us getting to the hotel because it was so stressful, but we did get there. We stayed the night in this little hotel, and then we were going on a boat trip the next morning to hopefully see more eagles. Basically, there were 2 ferries. One that was more like a touristy safari sea adventure thing where you were like supposedly meant to get really close up and see eagles properly, but that wasn't gonna fit in with our time, so I decided to gamble and go with this car ferry that I thought took the same path as the other boat.
So we're off. We're camped at the top. We just asked the guy if it was weird to be going on this trip straight across the other side of the bay and then straight back, and he was like, yeah.
Very weird.
This is nice. Would you like to tell everyone what the reaction of the chef was when we told him that we were here to see eagles?
Haha, you'll see no eagles here.
He said that 10 minutes into our 5-hour ferry trip. So, thanks mate. You definitely can't see outside, but it's snowing. Do you know what you also can't see outside? Any eagles.
5 hours of playing cards and naps later, we were back in and had decided to drive a bit further north and stay in a remote hotel in the hopes of properly seeing an eagle before heading back down south where you don't really find them.
What, just here?
Yeah, literally like...
How about these?
Yeah, go for it. It's kind of too far away to see.
I was really regretting not bringing a decent camera around this point, so you just kind of have to bear with.
Oh, right. I'll film it, you get your binoculars. It's right above us.
I'll just get out 1 second.
Oh, it's focusing on him.
That was so cool. He was so close. They're like the rarer version of the 2 as well. So like
They're a 2-type?
Well, no, but like they're rarer than the eagles.
Oh, really?
Like by quite a lot. So I didn't think we'd.
Oh, wow.
I was not expecting to see one of them. I was never expecting to see a gerfalcon, so that has pretty much made up for wasting 5 hours of our lives and 200 quid on a boat journey. God, what is this? Oh my God, this isn't a road.
We're just driving on lava.
So we've just reached where we're staying tonight, and there's a huge pile of snow, and we've just tried to get through it, but we couldn't manage to, so we're gonna pick up a bit more speed and take it now, but I thought I'd stick the camera on before we get some air. Yeah, I reckon that's a good pace to take it at. Smashed it.
When we arrived, there was only one guy in the entire hotel, and he worked there. There was this Icelandic storm coming in that no one else had been brave or stupid enough to travel in. One local had actually stopped us driving and weirdly asked if we were okay, but now that made a lot of sense. In an ideal world, we'd have a nice cold pint and wait for all this to blow over, but we had a flight to catch. After staying in the hotel for a day and with the virus all kicking off, we needed to get back home. So we caught a break in the storm and went for it.
So we're trying to drive home. We've had enough of Iceland. We're just trying to get back to the mainland. And always giving it even more. There's a huge pile of snow on the road. That's literally all there is from here to the hotel we need to get to. There's a tractor. This guy's turned up and he's literally ploughing through it. Come on. Oh, but each time he just doesn't quite. Oh no, he's got stuck again. I don't want to see that tractor get stuck.
We've been here for days.
We've been here for about 2.5 hours. Come on, mate. Come on, this is the one.
Come on.
Come on!
We're pretty sure he's never got stuck in snow before because that car on the right is his car and his wife's come to collect him in the tractor.
And then he's got in and driven it instead.
He's been like, move over, love.
Come on. We're all rooting for you. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Yes!
Yeah! Now we have to wait for him to tow his own car and then come and help us. And then we have to work out how we're getting over that. Lovely stuff. 36th hour trying to get past this piece of snow. The guy who was... No, we told you they turned up with a tractor. It's just been so long. So they managed to get the guy who was stuck in the snow free. But then he tried to come past us and got stuck again. So then his wife had to pull us out, and now they're pulling him out.
This guy that's got stuck twice is going to drive in front of us while there's a lot of snow so that we can get through it. I have little confidence.
God. Can we ask for his wife to drive instead?
Yeah. But they were a really nice couple. They were like, you can stay at our house if we want.
It was then our turn to take on the snow, which went about as well as you'd imagine in a Kia Picanto.
And we're stuck.
These locals helping us were possibly the nicest people I have ever met in my life. So they got their whole family out basically to help us through, pull us through with the tractor. And what an absolute hero this guy is. Like,
he's driving with us.
He's going to get the biggest tip of his life.
But he didn't even ask to be paid.
No.
Because we're just going to give him all of our money. He's driving us until there's less snow on the ground. His house is in the opposite direction. He was almost home.
So the granddad of this family drove ahead all the way to this town we were going to, which was like an hour drive, hour and a half drive maybe, to make sure that it was clear for us. And this guy drove ahead of us and phoned ahead to make sure we had a room to stay in, and also put in a pizza order for us. For literally just there's this woman who was looking after this very small hotel, and he was like, yeah, can you just stick on a pizza for them? What an absolute hero.
We made it. Couldn't see at all at parts on the way, so we had to just stop and wait for the visibility to get better. It took us about, 2 hours, what should have been like a half an hour journey. But we just got to the guest house and the woman had made us pizzas.
Icelandic people are just the best.
I was then too stressed to do any more vlogging until we were literally sat on the plane home.
I'm on the train headed back to Indiana. The rain is forming into rivers outside, writing down all the things that I miss, and in the letters you take for